and welcome to a stronger and deeper look into the InformaticaBGInfo tool that interfaces with Informatica PowerCenter. And what we want to show today is the use of the refresh interval timer. Now, as we showed in our last real quick presentation, we showed that you can just take a simple output of information once you set the web service hub and enter in your repository information and credentials and click the apply button within the InformaticaBGInfo tool, just like we did just there. And immediately your desktop renders information about the repository, giving you insight to that repository and the integration services information. Now what we want to do is put this so that it's happening on a continual basis throughout the day so that we can monitor it. And again, the beauty of InformaticaBGInfo is that we can monitor it without opening any web browser or any other fat client on our desktop. What we want to do is go to the advanced mode. By clicking on the refresh wallpaper periodically checkbox and setting our default refresh rate, we enable the tool to then update our desktop at that frequency. It's amazing. And we enable this by starting it by clicking apply once we make that selection. Now when you first make that selection, it's going to refresh the desktop, and it's not going to look any different than it did if you were doing this without the refresh interval. But what we'll see here shortly on the screen is that we'll get a last refresh date timestamp. And as you can see here, we have our last refresh date at the very top. Now, every time the desktop refreshes, that part of the InformaticaBGInfo information is going to refresh. At this point, it's refreshing every 12 seconds. Now, what would a behind the scenes periodic updating tool like InformaticaBGInfo be if you had to maintain the client tool in front of you at all times? Well, by clicking the OK button, the application then finds itself into the Windows toolbar, and we can then manage it using the icon in the toolbox icon tray. So if we want to make any changes again to the tool, we can simply double click on the InfaBGInfo icon. That brings our application right back into view. I'll click OK again, and if I want to stop the auto refresh, I can simply select the auto refresh disabled icon, and we'll see that the refresh is now at a halt. It won't refresh at the rate that we had set. And we can verify this by double clicking the icon, and we can see that the refresh wallpaper periodically checkbox has indeed been unchecked. The application will remain open and available even if minimized until the application is actually exited. There are a few ways you can exit the application. You can exit the application by right-clicking on the icon, clicking exit. You can use the file menu of the application, clicking exit, or you can click the cancel button. Either of those will exit the application. And before we go, we'll just take advantage of one more ability that we showed in the last demonstration, which is setting our wallpaper. And we hope you'd enjoy the demo. Again, InformaticaBGInfo, the light version, is available on FyghtSoft.com or the Informatica Workplace. It's free to download. Go ahead and test it out. Share the application with someone in your workspace. Thanks again. For any more information, visit us at FyghtSoft.com.